Our time has come.
Search for the beauty of your heart, not your eyes.
Huh? Oh.
Together,
Yes, what?
we stand.
Something over there.
You are my favorite aide.
A bright future awaits us.
The world has suffered enough.
Aeon.
I'm always open to ideas. Anything new?
I will help where I can.
Speak with your actions, not your words. Practice makes perfect. I will lend you my aid.
Aporan Sentes.
Are we ready to move out? Attack!
Retreat is not an option.
Into the fray!
Begone, fiend! Simply business.
We shall overcome!
Kneel before me. This one's mine.
Guide my blade!
Patrizio Durinos!
It's your time to cease to exist.
Do not hold back.
Press the attack! Victory is worth the pain.
The light! Take you!
Fall! You're in my way.
Strike as one.
Retreat is not an option.
Into the fray!
I will bring down the divine wrath. The plan went awry. Damn.
Attack!
Kneel before me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
My will is resolute. I must withdraw. Please, be careful.
Oh, yes, what?
It's just not my lucky day. Oh, well, that happened.
I saved it, didn't I? Yes. Whew.
Are we ready to move out?
I need to come back to Nexus, really. Back with my, take my lamp back. And my perception.
You are my favorite aide.
A bright future awaits us. Oh, well, that happened. Call me again if you need to.
We march ahead.
Are we ready to move out? Anything new?
I stand ready.
Retreat is not an option. Simply business.
Attack!
Begone, fiend!
The light! Take you!
Kneel before me. You are nothing before me.
We shall overcome.
Patrizio Turinos.
It's your time to cease to exist.
The Inheritor! Guide my blade!
This one's mine! You're in my way. I must withdraw.
Do not hold back.
Patrizio Turinos.
Into the fray!
Press the attack!
Go.
Strike as one!
Patrizio Curinos.
The light take you!
Retreat is not an option!
Attack! We shall overcome!
Patrizio Turinos.
Kneel before me! Why I'm better.
Do not hold back!
Let me help.
Patrizio Turinos. Patrizio Turinos.
Let us not hesitate. I will guide us.
refuse to drink with a cold-blooded killer. It's bad enough I have to fight alongside you.
What'll you say tomorrow if the cold-blooded killer is feeling generous and offers to pay for the first round?
Walrus isn't looking at you. His tail twitches nervously from side to side. Gee, why? Walrus scratches at the back of his head, painstakingly choosing each word. I went someplace, you see, to abandon mansion. And it's in the upper city, not far from Nocturia Palace. You can't miss it. I'm your commander, you will leave when I say. Well, yeah, Walrus stops, acting nervously, immediately returned to his normal state. It's like we're in the army named after the chief, the queen favorite. Hell, your honor. But you know what? I didn't enlist in the army and didn't take an oath, so I owe you nothing. You hear me, chief? If you feel like it, come to my new mansion. It's in the upper city. You'll find it, I'm sure. Walrus turns around and walks without any looking back. Oh, doesn't want to like me, is he?
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Patrizio Turinos!
Our time has come.
Rely on me.
Ready to serve. The goddess protects us.
Aporane sendes. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Esmith, Axel. Yes. Esmith, Axel. Yes.
All ears.
will see this through.
No reason to pause.
I will lend you my aid.
Ona ad Aeon. Inimosi Travisi. Manishrim Zucchino.
This is my line of work.
Ona ad Aeon.
I'm always open to ideas.
The demon standing before you clearly has a penchant for jewelry. His fingers are covered in rings, 3 gold chains encircle his neck, and 4 bejeweled earrings sparkle in each of his ears. However, such exquisite adornments are not enough to hide the fact that he is a hardened warrior and a ruthless killer. His face and hands are covered in long, baldy, healed scars, and he moves as gracefully as the most skilled swordsman. The demon lips curl in satisfied sneer as he greets you loudly. Look who's here! It's the arrogant Galarian who disposed of poor Willodus. He hatches your eye and frowns sides, giving a pointed glance towards his bodyguards. You aren't about to do something really stupid to start massacre here, right? Can we just talk? Who are you? The leader of this gang of assassins? The demon gives a dignified nod. Yes, and I'm proud of it. The abyss is full of butchers and monsters, so anyone who chooses to be an assassin among monsters and butchers commands a high level of respect. If they live long enough to make a name for themselves, of course. My guild attracts assassins from many places. No one hires us for simple things like murdering noisy neighbors or cutting the throat of cheating merchants. As I'm sure you know, it's easier and cheaper to do that yourself, and there is no need to get an assassin involved. No, if someone turns on an assassin, it means that the victim is dangerous, cunning, and well-protected target. I've heard a lot about you, Yoz. You, the head of the highly reputative guild that operates on many planes beside the Abyss. Many of the colleagues would consider it an honor to work alongside you, unlike myself. This honored thing is one of yours, isn't it? Hoja, yes. This little demoness is one of my most useful servants. Besides, it's so very prestigious to have a daughter of Baphomet working under you. Yours glances at the horned demon with a mix of condescension and possessiveness. She stares fixedly at the floor. Yes, master, I am your servant. For a fleeting moment, you notice a shadow of angry displeasure across his face. A spark of fear flashes in Yo's eyes, like a boy who realizes he's gone too far when testing the patience of his parents. Tell me the truth right now. Yoz raises his hands apologetically. Several rings glitter on his fingers. Fine, fine. I was the one who actually gave Greyboy assignments. I needed a light, a little fire underneath this cauldron where so many minions of demon lords are being mixed together. I ordered him to murder those demons in Canabres, and I put hit out of Tarazand, although that ugly idiot didn't bother me at all. But he was an ugly idiot indeed, and a vengeful one at both. That's why I gave Greyboy a dagger that was only supposed to wound the Bala, and that is why using Willow's name was important. It was the perfect hand of cards. Darazan survived after surviving a painful, humiliating wound by a mortal hand. No offense, of course. The Balor couldn't simply let that go, and so he started a vendetta against Willadus, dragging other Discaris into it. And that was my goal all along, because Willadus was my real target. A target that was very difficult to reach. Yours seems to reveal his own cleverness. He smirks and smites with smug satisfaction. The dwarf gives a grim chuckle and whispers loudly enough to be heard. People like you is why assassins have such a lousy reputation. No respect for agreements. You acted dishonorably. Do you expect an assassin to be honorable? What a touching naivety. The demon sneezes derisively and toys with giant diamond ring. Catching Graybot's approving state, he gives a dazzling smile, seemingly pleased to have provoked a reaction. What concerns me is not the contract killing itself, but the fact that I haven't been paid a single coin. You are the head of the Assassin's Guild. Why don't you just send your underling after Willadus? Yours grimaces slightly and replies his visible displeasure. Who say I didn't? I lost a number of capable killers. He collects himself quickly, and the arrogant smile returns in his face. And yet, as you can see, I found a more elegant and economical ways to execute this plan. I won't lie to you, this kind of plotting makes me very proud of my own guile. My assistants made sure that every lava in the city knew about the bounty of Willadus' head. I knew that Greyboy returned to and decided to use him once more. Just like poor Darazan, he had no idea he was merely a pawn of mine. Just as I envisioned, you didn't linger and paid Willadus a visit. I had no doubt that Paranoid would try to kill anyone who crossed his doorstep, but I expected you to overcome him. And I was right. Graybus nods derivatively. I thought your guild had the best contractors. After hearing your story, they sound like amateurs to me. Why did you do all of this? For money and power, of course. This has been my primary motivation for many years now. Somebody wanted that old Woodlouse dead, and clever yours has fulfilled the wish, with the expectation of being shown in privileges and treasures. You getting a share of this privilege and treasures, by the way. I trust you are not going to refuse the reward provided for freelance operatives. Trust me, the sum is considerable. Yours turns his attention to Greyboy and adds, I haven't forgotten about you either. You'll be rewarded in proportion to this truly astonishing lethality. Oh, I'll take the gold, don't you worry. The demon flashes his perfect sharp teeth and then snaps his fingers. Suddenly, a fake purse appears in front of you, smelling of exquisite perfume. I had no doubt you'll come to understanding. After all, we share a common language. The language is gold. So it was my reputation that was damaged. As a result of this plot, I consider a fair lay claim to 20% of total fee. That is a fair offer. Greyboy nods and gives a grunt of satisfaction. I appreciate your integrity when it comes to business, Kalapala. As for you, Greyboy, you have proven your competence. As a token of apology, allow me to offer you membership for the Assassin's Guild. Consider in the recognition of your talents that you have long desired. I promise you prestige, respect, and truly strategic fees. Of course, I won't demand that you serve your current contract. You may claim your well-deserved place in the guild when it expires. So then, what do you do? What do you say? We'll be welcoming you to the big league. Greyboy turns to you with a very serious expression. His voice is reserved and formal. Kalalpala, we are bound by an active agreement, and therefore I must consult your opinion on the invitation. Are you truly prepared to throw in your lot of demons? With heavy sigh, the dwarf looks you straight in the eyes. Is there really much of a difference between me and them? They are the product of the worst parts of our mortal souls. They are sin incarnate. Many say the same thing about me. I was never a coward, so I am able to admit that my soul is black and evil. I murder others for money, and I will never become a respectable member of society, a friend or a father. But I am tired of asking forgiveness for who I am. Here, I will not be judged by my profession. Greyboy clenches his fist and mutters through gritted teeth. I am not the freak or monster they think me back on Golarion. How dare they hire me to murder their enemies, and they despise me for my profession? They will treat me differently in the Abyss. The demons respect my skill. They will treat me as a professional, not a criminal or a blackguard. It's strange to say this, but I feel out of place here. I don't feel out of place here. Have you thought about quitting the business? And become what? A farmer? A butler? Or maybe an innkeeper? One of those who tell tales about the adventurous youth and drunk patrons? My story is that of a wanderer and a killer. My art is my own source of pride, and abandoning will make me useless in my own eyes. Believe me, I'll already try to settle down and find an honest job, and nothing just came from it. I will quit my profession only when I'm judged by Pharasma myself. It's your decision to make. Graber studies you for a moment and then nods respectfully. Such words make me respect you even more. Believe me, I appreciate your willingness to let me decide and be entirely my own. The dwarf does not waste words as he looks at yours. Where do I sign? Why are you looking taken about? We are not devils after all. Yours laughs and claps his hands loudly. Splendid, you have got a bright future here, my diminutive yet deadly friend. Yours gives a broad yawn, and there is a note of finality to his tone. Well, this was a very enlightening conversation, but I see no reason why we should continue. You received your answer, you should probably be on your way. Meantime, I should get back to plotting another bloody or violent murder. Have a good day. After suspicious glance in yours direction, Gable turns to you. This was an unexpected meeting. If you want to discuss what happened privately, I am at your service, Commander.
This is my line of work.
You are my favorite aide.
Esmo, Axe, yeah.
Look.
It's just... Well, that happened. This was simple enough.
Perhaps I should thank you for your help. You assisted me in dealing with all of the other schemes, even though you didn't need to do so. I'm grateful for that. Can you just explain to me what kind of mess we involved yourself in? Graber pauses for a moment and then slowly begins to explain. An anonymous client ordered yours to explain what happens. So we killed him for no reason. The dwarf's face cynical. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Was he to blame for the damage of my reputation? No. Was he an utterly disgusting creature whose face practically begged me to sing Nanaks into it? Did he try to kill us in his own manner? Where the creatures were encountered in said manner, the most atrocious and perverted things I ever met? The answer to all those questions is yes. I don't think anyone is going to cry themselves to sleep over his death. Neither should we. Your reputation has been restored. How do you feel? There is a spark of amusement in the dwarf's eyes. I feel at peace. Now people will think twice before attempting to ruin my good name. I'm grateful my companions didn't leave me to deal with this by myself, even though they had every right to do so. So while I'm used to working alone, I appreciate a team I can trust. It's good to have someone who got my back. Protecting one's honor is important. Greyborn nods in agreement. Who would be without our reputation? Who would we be without our reputation? A bunch of opportunistic scoundrels would be driven away from every door. Our dishonorable life isn't worth copper. What do you think of your membership to Assassin's Guild? Grebo hides a smug smile beneath his beard. I think this position rightfully belongs to me. This guild is not as infamous as the Red Mantis, the legendary fanatic assassins who perceive their victims as offerings to the god Achaelek, or the silent monks of Anaphixia who guard some kind of secret knowledge and murder anyone who dares to touch it. But its name still means something to the discerning client. The city is a crossroads between several different planes, and yours assassin works not only in the Abyss and on the Golarium, but also in any other interesting places. The fact that I was accepted into the society is undeniable proof of my professionalism. I am grateful that you did not insist on the exclusivity of our contract, but allow me to reap the benefits of my hard work.
We march ahead.
I will lend you my aid.
Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi.
down!
You require my unbiased opinion?
I have something that might interest you. The healer glances briefly through Willow's notes and his eye lights up. He sputters in amazement and disbelief. How is this possible? You are holding the journal of Willow's, the vivisectionist himself. All his secrets, the mysteries written in each of stitches of his needle, the forbidden paths carved by his dissection knife. I must have it. I'll buy it from you right now. I want all of it. Every last page. Then he hastily begins to shove money into your hands, not even bothering to count the coins. I arranged the deal with the Skipper. I am glad to hear it. Your help in these matters is invaluable, since I cannot attend to them myself. I think you will find the rewards for your assistance in quite generous. I have arranged a gift for you against a member of Nahedrian League. Please let me know when you are ready to go. You haven't paid me enough. The deal wasn't executed, but cost more than expected. You still owe me money. The tiefling frowns but silently counts out more money. The imp stares at him in astonishment. He seems shocked by his master's behavior. I'm ready to enter. I hope you came prepared. The members of the Nahedrian League are formidable opponents. Astelm, your next opponent, has claimed the lives of over 100 of her opponents. She has also been slain in the arena of 3 separate occasions. However, she never stays dead. It's quite mysterious, but she always comes back to life, ready to fight in the battle bliss once again. Who is she? The imp scowls and covers his face with his hands. He peeks out from between his tiny fingers as if he's wearing a mask. The tiefling glances at his familiar and then nods. Astem will be your opponent. She is a very dangerous member of Nahedrian League, but she is a bit of a mystery. She used to work for the Assassin's Guild and no one knows why she left. She is swift, deadly and violent, but most importantly she is extremely hard to kill. Stay on your guard against her. Earning your membership in the Nahedrian League will not be easy. Now she wants a place in the Nahedrian League. This is Kalpala, the Method Slayer. The Nahedrian League proudly presents its fighter. You all know her, you obsess over her, and you all fear her. You've enjoyed your hundreds of victories in the area, and 3 times you've enjoyed her defeat and painful death. But every time she comes back from the dead, an artist of suffering, Aslem, thrice-skilled. I'll cut out your eyes faster than you can blink. The winner of this fight will be arranged membership of the Nahedrian League, and other will die, or in this case, ask them not die. We'll have to find out. Fight this commence battle.
Defeat is not an option.
Retreat is not an option.
Attack!
The light, take you!
Begone, fiend! Kneel before me.
We shall overcome with you.
Alright, I'll be back. I always come back. This is not the end. This can't be happening. The Nahedrian League fighter is down. The face from Astem is fallen. Long live the newest member of the Nahedrian League. Irman Galeth solemnly raises his hands for silence. His eyes sweep across the arena before coming to rest on you. There is a sly look on his face, and he gives you a cheerful wink before quickly resuming a pompous and dignified expression. He turns back to the crowd, and his voice booms out over the arena. Behold, the newest member of Nahedrian League. She is invincible, bloodthirsty, violent, and cunning. It's Kalal Palar, the Method Slayer, glory and death. The crowd goes wild. The demon climbs over one another, trying to get a better look at you. The roar of the spectators grows so loud you can feel it in your bones. The audience is utterly enthralled. They look at you in wonder and worship you as if you were a goddess. I want to thank all the spectators here in the Battle Bliss. It is your admiration and support that gives me the strength to win. The crowd grows in approval. The scream of the audience shakes the arena, and the Battle Bliss trembles with the noise of the stomping feet. They pump their fists excitedly and yell in unison, "Method Slayer!" Irmanglev says his fat hand lays his fat hand on his shoulder with exaggerated friendliness. This gladiator is no longer an unknown fighter, a loner without a place to belong. For her valor and courage, Kalal will receive a collar of the Nahedrian League. From now on, she is the precious property of the Battle Bliss. I am pleased to tell you that I have personally taken his worthy warrior under my wing. Look out, chum! Irmanglev passed you on the shoulder again, and as he does, the world around you fades to black. That's enough fooling around. You have more methods to defeat. Irmanglev looms over you. The arena master's massive bloated torso wriggles widely as he bursts into a fit of maniacal laughter. As the champion howls in amusement, you realize that your neck feels stiff. You reach up in hands and discover that you are now wearing a jewel-studded metal collar. The hand's voice is filled with sorrow and remorse. I've let you down, champion. That fiend has taken you captive, and I was unable to stop him. I could not perceive his motive through the veil of insanity that shrouded his damaged mind. I knew we will be in the abyss, a place where you can't even trust your own shadow, but I felt to be vigilant. Well, what's done is done. Stay strong. We'll find a way to free you. I expect an explanation. Irmagaleth grins. What did you expect? You were so desperate to join the Nahedrian League. Now you remember. Don't you think I'll let you wander around the city and risk your ass out on the streets? Well, think again. I don't want anyone to slit your throat and leave you bleeding to death in some black alley. A death without any spectators? Absolutely not. No, when you die, the crowds will be screaming from the stands. That's a promise. The champion points to your collar with a smile. Please accept a small gift with my compliments. I will guarantee your safety. This collar will make sure you do not leave the battle place. I don't want you out looking for trouble on the street. It will also prevent you from picking fights with other gladiators, otherwise the scheduled fight times. Outside the scheduled flight times. It would be so wasteful if you started killing one another outside the arena. The crowds would miss out on all the action. No, there will be time and place for fighting, but here, you can experience other kinds of entertainment. You enjoy all the pleasantries accorded to a new star in the arena, the best food and drinks, the most passionate succubi, and throngs of adoring fans. You love being my property, I promise. After I won my victory in the area, you deprived me of my freedom? You have acted dishonorably. You wanted to become a legend. I can make that happen. But legends don't just walk the streets of the city. They can live among the common folks, easily accessible to the adoring crowds and unwashed masses. No, you must be distant and aloof. If someone catches a glimpse of you, it should be all they talk about. You want them to brag about the encounter and tell all their friends? This will increase your reputation, and soon you will be in high demand. Yes, this is your new life. I've amputated your freedom like a necessary appendage, so you can achieve true greatness. Where are my companions? Irmaglef sounds distracted. Your companions? Ah, yeah. There was a group of Golarians who came looking for you, but I gave the guards strict orders to keep them away. Are they your slaves? Forget about them. You won't need them anymore. I own the best slaves in the city, and they are all at your disposal. Take off this collar now. You don't know who I am, do you? You made a big mistake. The demon winks to you. You do realize that you are not my first obstinate guest, don't you? Some of the creatures who have worn my collars once aspired to become demon lords. Trust me, I'm very prudent. My collars are designed to restrain all manners of creatures. Not even a bala could escape. It won't work. I'll find a way to get free. The arena master nods with a chuckle. Of course you will. But it won't happen the way you imagine. The crowd wants to see Galdarfang tear you apart. They simply cannot wait for that to happen, and who I am to deny them? If I ignore the desire, they will storm the arena. Yes, soon you will take your last stand in the arena. When the champion is done with you, you will be truly free. Of course you will be dead, but your spirit will live on. No one will ever forget the ambitious newcomer who almost defeated the champion. This collar reminds me of a seal we broke back in Dresden. If I truly to break it here, its powers will be unleashed, and the collar will likely kill you. I don't want to take that risk, at least not right now. Let's only consider our options as a last resort. We know you should try to stay calm, be vigilant, and look for opportunities to escape. I'm certain you will find a way to get free. But everyone seems to like the way you run the arena. Oh, please don't start sprouting all that rubbish about fair fights. What don't that even mean? What's that even mean? One of the opportunists is always stronger than the other, and that's the whole point. After all, the fights are supposed to be entertaining. The spectators come here to watch the strong triumph over the weak. They want to enjoy the taste of victory without even leaving their seat. The arena is a theatre of violence, a deadly circus, but it is not a fighting pit. After all, fights always follow one of the two narratives. Either the monster prevails over its helpless victim, or the invincible hero chops off the monster's head. The outcomes of every fight is predominated, and its narrative dependent on what spectator wants to see. Some fighters are coward favorites. The audience cheers them on with whistles and shouts of encouragement, and of course there are the other fighters that they despise. The crowds jeer them from the stands. Why would anyone want to challenge all of that? Change all of that? It would ruin the show. The audience wants a performance, not a competition match between two professional gladiators. What's the point of a fight without a drama? You might as well just flip a coin to decide who wins. Nobody wants a fair fight except for Zeklex. The audience likes things the way they are, but Zeklex handles the betting tables. They haven't been very profitable. Of course, under my management, the arena makes money in other ways, but that's not enough for him. He wants to turn my magnificent theatre of violence into a stupid slaughterhouse. And do you really think that Method Slayer is an amusing title? There is an insane light in the champion's eyes. He nearly chokes with laughter. Yes, I think it's magnificent. All of the city finds it funny. You must admit, I have the talent for inventing memorable nicknames. No, you stupid lard bucket. It's not funny at all. Irmaglef pays you no heed. He seems immediately pleased with himself. His whole body shakes with laughter. We are done. Get some rest and restore your strength. The healer will mend your wounds. Zelek will take care of your other needs. Level up. Close to top level. Uh, The tiefling looks utterly miserable. I'm guilty. I should have warned you. I've acted dishonorably, and I feel awful. Did you know that I was walking into a trap? I didn't know for sure, but I have my suspicion. All the members of the Nahedrian League are considered Irmagleth property, and since gladiators are a valuable asset, they are not allowed to leave the arena. All of the elite fighters at the Battle Beast were those scholars. However, I did suggest to Irmagleth that he should make an exception in your case. I told him that he should allow you to remain free. I thought I had managed to convince him, but clearly I was wrong. I thought we were partners. I'm disappointed. The tiefling looks miserable. He hangs his head. Yes, I violated the terms of our partnership. But what choice did I have? If I told you that you might lose your freedom, you would have refused to fight. I had no qualms about deceiving you before we founded our partnership, but I regret I had to do so after we made a deal. This tiefling is the first resident of the Abyss who seemed genuinely ashamed of lying to you. Sensing his master distress, the imp attempts to squirm out of the bag, but Zalek stops him with a stern glance. Why I'm being forced to wear the collar? These collars are worn by all the members of the Nahedrian League. You won't be able to leave the arena, and if you try to escape, the collar will immediately teleport you back to the Battle Beast. If you try to hurt Irmangleth or harm his property while wearing his collar, it will transfer you to the safe and quiet place where you can calm down. Of course, the collar will be removed when you enter the arena. That's the only time members of Nahedrian Leagues are allowed to fight one another. Irmagleth doesn't want his precious property to be damaged outside the arena, but no such restrictions what his fighters are inside. As long as there are screaming crowds in the stands, the gladiators can do whatever they want to one another. Did you hear that, champion? They take off the collar when you fight. As soon as you enter the arena, you'll be free to and unfettered. You can do whatever you want. A lot of gladiators believe that they are invincible. They are confident in their own abilities. They'll challenge anyone to a fight. Before our gladiators had collars, they used to trust around the streets of the city and pick fights with dangerous opponents. We lost a number of good fighters that way. Even worse, they would fight amongst themselves and kill or maim one another outside the arena without any spectators to watch them. That's why I had the idea to create these collars. However, Irmanglev stole my idea and took all the credit for it. Okay, I'll apologize once again. I would certainly see if Reaver could. So, will you help me escape or what? Of course I will. I have a plan that will free you from the collar and help you defeat Galderfang. And trust me, you will need my help. While you were unconscious, Irmaglev managed to find the Nahedrian crystal. Galderfang has been obsessed with getting his hands on one, and his wish finally came true. A demon called Mustafan took the crystal into Galderfang's room and locked the room door. For the next few hours, the sound of the champion's scream shook the arena. When Galderfang emerged from his room, he was covered in blood, but he also looked stronger and more powerful than ever. Irmaglev is confident that you don't stand a chance against this champion, but I disagree. I think he can win. We've waited a long time for this moment. Our opponent's cards are on the table. Now, let's see what hand we've been dealt. The Tiflis began to speak in brisk, matter-of-fact tone. The imp notes his agreement with each sentence. Galderfang is of course an extremely dangerous opponent, but he is not without his vulnerabilities. For example, he doesn't know that you hired a succubi to keep him company. Since you paid for these services, I think they'll be willing to accommodate some special requests. If you want to weaken Galderfang before the fight, I'm sure you could persuade them to help you. I think that's everything. Try to make use of these adventures during the fight. I'll be your best chance to defeat Galderfang. And while you fight for the title of champions, I'll eliminate Irmaglev. He will be vulnerable without his favorite bodyguard, then the battle-best arena will be ours. Of course, you won't have to fight Galderfang all by yourself. Your companions were worried when Irmaglev kidnapped you. I reached out to them and secured their cooperation. I'll make sure they join you in the arena when the time comes. You mentioned Mustafan. I killed him not long ago. I've had more than one person claim the same thing before. I didn't stick. That weasel Mustafan is surprisingly hard to kill. Well, is there anything I should know about my fight with the champion? The fight will not be fair. As you already know, Irmaglev doesn't believe in a level playing field. First, we'll send in some weak fighters just to whet the audience appetite. Then you will have to face more experienced gladiators. I have no doubt that you defeat them, but they might prove troublesome. Try not to let them wear you down, and avoid injury so much as possible. You need to save your strength. Next, I suspect that some members of the Nahedrian League will enter the arena. Irmaglev will send in some of his most loyal fighters. I expect to see Astem and Ruska. They don't care if the fight is fair or not. All they care about is gold and fame. And finally, after all of that, Galderfang himself will enter the fight, and that's when Irmaglev will be defenseless. Well, but tell him everything I know. What would you have to gain? Even if you tell Irmaglev everything, you still can't trust him. He's a lying cheat. He'll turn on you in the instant. In the stray me, you'll destroy yourself.
Our path leads on. I will guide us. Without a doubt.
Astem sits in front of you, looking very much alive despite her recent death in the arena. However, she is not alone. Two other figures sit behind her. The first is an elderly woman with a wrinkled face. Despite her age, she still retains some of the grace and vigor of youth. The second is a very young girl who has only just passed from childhood to adolescence. Upon closer inspection, realized that both of these figures look like Astem. They all share the same face. Astem looks upon you, and she has high cheekbones and androgynous features that could easily belong to a man or woman. Her ears are partially hidden beneath her hair, but you can make out their strange shape. You realize that Astem is not human, though from a distance she could easily be mistaken for one. She greets you cheerfully, and does not seem to harbor any resentment towards you. Ah, here comes our killer. We hope you enjoy the sweet taste of victory. The old woman who looks like Astem adds in stern voice. But we won't forget what you've done for us. It hurts very much. Be glad we are not vindictive. Well, not normally. How did you survive? We are Fae of the First World, a truant being with joined thoughts and feelings. When two of us find the arena, the third one observe, hidden by magic. This way one of us will stay alive, even if the others die. Then, when morning comes, we will return to our truant forms. Sorry, I had to follow the rules of the arena. The old woman answered you grumpily. Rules have nothing to do with it. This is the abyss where rules are invented only to be broken. You killed us because we were your enemies, not because you wanted to follow stupid rules. How did you create copies of yourself? The girl smiles mischievously and sticks out her tongue. It's a Fae secret. We won't tell you. When do you refer yourself to in plural? The elderly woman chuckles. She shrugged her shoulders and sighed. We are not one, and we are not three. We are a true entity. This is the way we are accustomed to speak. Who are you? We are Astem Thundereyes, the Fae from the First World, and a proud scout of the Wild Hunt. It was Astem's job to track down the prey and flush them from hiding. After a good chance, there would be feast, and Astem always took a bottle of spice wine to the monarch of Hunt. During one of the feasts, Astem infuriated the monarch when she mixed up 2 bottles of wine. She brought him young wine, fragrant and smelling of spring, but he asked her for aged wine that tasted of oak, a wine that would leave the bitterness of regret on the tongue and make the soul weep. The old Astem joined in, and her voice trembles with bitterness. And the monarch said, Don't you know the difference between young and old, Astem? No? Well, I'll show you. And he banished Astem from the First World. But the Fae used to be a good servant, so at the last moment the monarch relented. To help Astem overcome her pathetic stupidity, the monarch taught her a special spell, and ordered her to cast this spell on herself every morning. This spell made Astem a true being, and helped her understand the difference between vibrant youth and the grey hairs of old age. Young Astem interrupts the old version of herself. And now Astem has grown wise. We have become very wise, and the time is near when the monarch will summon us back to the Wild Hunt, and we will be riding again with our brothers and sisters. We will drink and laugh, and no one will say, haha, Astem is so foolish. She doesn't even know the difference between young and old ever again. How would you like to help me kill Galdalfang in the arena? You wish to betray Il-Maghreb and kill his champion? That is a ambitious plan, and for some reason you have decided to seek our help. You killed us, but that has not stopped you from paying us the visit. This is very unusual. Yes, we are intrigued. Now you must persuade us. Young Astem laughs and claps her hands together eagerly. We want to hear more about this cunning treachery. How exciting! Well, it would be fun. The young Astem nods her approval. She gestures towards her other 2 forms, so it indicates that she is speaking on their behalf. The Golarian knows the meaning of fun. This sounds like a very good joke. Count us in. A huge dark-skinned man sits quivering in a corner. His giant body is covered in scars. Many of his injuries look like they should have been fatal, yet somehow he's still alive. Some of his wounds are still fresh, but no one has bandaged them up or tried to heal him. The man's skin is in tatters and blood oozes from the broken body. He is clearly in his lot of pain, and it is hard to believe that someone so badly injured could maintain consciousness. He casts a worried glance in your direction and grunts something unintelligible. You can't make out his words, but the tone is unmistakable warning not to come any closer. Who are you? The Galagas snarks at you. He looks tense, ready to spring. He's clearly not comfortable holding a conversation. A low feral growl tumbles in his throat. The dire one. You can understand me? Trevor, are you Trevor Veniak, Social's brother? The Gladly goes still. He hazes at you, lips trembling. He seems to be trying to speak, but the only sounds that comes from his parched throat is dry, wheezing croak. Finally he nods and manages to choke out hoarsely. Social, yes, he is my brother. After a pause, the gladiator touches your hand with his rough, deformed fingers as if trying to greet you with a handshake, but can't quite remember what he's supposed to do. Are you his friend? My friend too, then. Let's examine his sword and helmet. The gladiator moves with surprising speed. As you reach for the items, he snatches them away. His voice is a hoarse whisper. Not yours, go away.
Forwards.
A massive scaly demon greets your arrival with a roar of fury. She spits a weapon towards you with practice ease, stopped at the blade an inch from your chest. Galarian, new blood, you have not been in the league for long, but you have already been given a chance to fight against Galfranc. I've been fighting in the arena for over a year now, but Irmaklev protects his champion from me. Pathetic cowards, the both of them. Who are you? The demon swirls her weapons in the air. The blade comes with a hairy breath of your face. Surely you already know. I am Ruxa, the future champion of the Battlebeasts. We Vivikia are the greatest of the races, and even among my own kind. I'm considered the best and strongest. The power that rose within me was a gift from Lamashu herself. She gave me the strength to conquer the entire universe. What can that pompous weakling Galderfang possibly do to me? I'll take him back his neck with one hand and I'll grab his wing with the other, then I'll tear them apart. Do you worship Lamashtu? The demon answered with a proud rose. Yes, Lamashtu created Vavika to rule the conquer. She gave us strength, power and superiority over all rest. We are conquerors. Lamashtu truth is born. All Vavika must worship her. We'll have to fight against each other soon. I suggest we join forces at King and Galderfang. Why would I want to form an alliance with you, new blood? Despite her arrogance, she can tell that you have her attention. She watches you intensely, clearly interested in what you have to say. Irmaget will rig the fights. He won't let you defeat this champion. Yes, Irmagred is both smart and cunning, but he's a coward. He won't let me break his favorite toy in one-on-one fight. Fine. I won't kill you in the arena. I'll wait until Goldfang shows up and fight you. And then I'll tear him to pieces. Perhaps I'll even let you live after I finish with him. If you grovel in the dust and beg for mercy, I might choose to spare you.
We march ahead.
Caldefang greets you with a condescending sneer. He looks at you smugly, flexing his muscles so that you can see his chiseled abs beneath his smooth, flawless skin. His teeth has been neatly filled, and his impassioned eyes have a cold fury that could ignite into a hot, flaming rage at the moment. You get the feeling that it would have taken much to see him off on a rampage. Ah, you must be my next victim, so you're the little Golarian who wants to challenge me for the title of Battle-Beast Champion. Galderfang presents to not to recognize you. He looks you up and down and then fixes you with a bored, lazy stare. Another primitive Golarian. There's nothing special about you. How disappointing. Why did you find the arena? Because it's fun. Where else can I unleash my passion, my wild and sensual spirit? If I don't find, I feel terrible. Etching pain in my bones. Without release, my power grows sour and stale, like an arched brew. And the only thing that can cleanse me from this stagnation is to find a victim and torment them until they howl. The wail of pain and humiliation washes over me and restores my power to its full potency. Only then do I become myself again. Goldenfang, the invincible, the true ruler of bliss. We are going to fight each other soon. You are not scared, are you? The demon chuckles contemptuously. When you are about to eat a great feast, do you feel scared? When your succubus seduces you, do you feel scared? I'm looking forward to a fight, and so should you. I plan to be very delicate with you. I'll slip my fingers into your skin and extract the tip of your nerve, and then I'll slowly pull it from your body, like a fisherman reeling in a line. I won't stop until I've removed every last nerve from your body. First, you'll howl in pain and terror, and then you'll be begging me to pull your nerves out faster, so that you won't feel much pain anymore. Trust me, it will be an unforgettable experience. I killed a lot of your kind back in Galarian. Alright, I heard about that. A real demon exterminator. Supposedly you have amazing powers or something like that. But you don't seriously think that your enemies on Golarion could compare with a demon like me, do you? Even my rivals are more powerful than the puny foes you defeated back on the world. Sorry, but your special powers are enough to impress me. And what kind of crystal did Irmanglef give you? The incubus stretches his limbs, look at you with a grin. That doesn't concern you, mortal. You shouldn't worry about things like this. I don't need a crystal to defeat you, and if you had the crystal instead of me, you wouldn't stand a chance. You don't deserve to be champion, you're a pathetic blowhard. And it's appealing that I have to fight against such an unworthy opponent. The demon relaxes, laid back, the mania vanishes instantly. He hisses furiously, bagging his teeth in angry snarl. I'm going to make you suffer, mortal. I'll make you beg for the sweet release of death. I will start nice and slow. Oh yes, I'll make my time and unravel you in your innards. I'll make a noose for you out of your own intestines, and then I'll strangle you until the life leaves your body. The succubus you hired on Zalek's instruction recognizes you at once and waves you enthusiastically. You've really pulled out all the stops, but tell me, is your ambition to kill Gelfang? If so, that would suggest you had an ulterior motive of hiring us. Is there something particular you had in mind? What do you need to do for us to do? The succubus lowers her voice conspirationally and glances briefly at her companions. You follow the gaze and realize that they are all busy distracting the champion attention from your conversation. I have a job for you. The succubus exchanged a glance with her companion. Well, of course. After all, that's why you hired us. We've paid for our services and we are ready to do our job. What do you have in mind? Just give us a word and we'll make this lecherous champion miserable. Poison. The succubus considers this for a moment and then nods. Gardefang simply adores a good cocktail. We'll give him a cup of poison before the fight, for a good luck. I'm sure if we lavish him with our attention, we won't deny himself the pleasure of our company. And how is he? Is he enjoying himself? The succubus gives you a wink and lowers a voice. He is absolutely enthralled. He believes our visit is a gift from the anonymous fan. If it weren't for your presence in the battle bliss, he would have been completely happy. But it seems like your arrival has made Gardefang a bit cranky. Of course, he pretends like everything is alright, but he clearly considers you a threat. Gardefang hasn't been afraid of anyone in a long time, so he finds you deeply unsettling. Okay. Oh, exactly. Who will emerge victorious? May, Betis, and Colarian. No one can defeat Gardefang, especially not a soft and squishy mortal. This isn't entertainment, it's just boring. I'm sure that the Battle Bliss Arena will be able to entertain him and did Hep Zamira. Today, the Mephit Slayer will fight Gardefang himself. How about a warm-up? Look at all this Mephit calling around. I think it's time for a signature move. Let's hear it for the Mephit Slayer. We'll tear them to pieces. A fight with a champion. Screw that. Whoever kills the Golarian gets a double rotation for dinner. Now please give a welcome. Lamash to Bob. Who's that? Zelex. Ah, never mind. Give the warm welcome to Mephit Slayer friends.
I'm always open to ideas.
My will is resolute.
I will see this through. Together we stand.
I will help where I can.
I'm all ears.
Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Abranda.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Aeon. T.
ranks. This one's mine! You've crossed the wrong line. Press the attack.
Time has come for some serious bloodshed. Give a warm welcome to our best fighters, seasoned and mercenaries, and behold the gruesome skills of our contestants. Let's take down the Scholarian upstart and get gold. Let's
We
go.
will fail.
Retreat is not an option.
Now, air.
You won't survive me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
We'll bring an end to this content strength of victories. Behold the fighters from the Nihedrian League. Give it up to Astem and Ruska. You struck me down once, but now we'll get my revenge. I am Ruska, will rule this place. Kneel before me, pathetic maggots. You will abide your agreement, Kalan. We will abide by your agreement. Wow, looks like the Mephis Slayer has made some new friends in the arena. Did you expect me to fall for this stupid plan of yours? You fool, I'll kill you first and deal with Gardafang later. I'm tired of waiting around. I'll kill you where you stand, Golarion. It looks like the champion is eager to shed some blood. He doesn't want to wait any longer. Give us a huge welcome to the invincible Gardafang.
Endure this!
Do not hold back.
Kneel before me. Make every strike count.
Nice try. Didn't work though.
No glory without risk!
Fall! This one is mine. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Nice and easy. Zelek has Irmagleth by the throat. The injured champion is on his knees and the blood steps from his wounds. Zelek raises up his dagger in a grotesque gesture of triumph. We won, now we just need to finish him off. I'll let you do the honors. Irmagleth licks his lips nervously. He glances back and forth between you and Zaklex. I am supposed to be plead for my life now? Is this the moment where I try to soften the hard hearts of my cunning killers? Well, why not? Wringing his hands dramatically, he falls to his knees. He begins to wail so loudly even the spectators in the back of the stands can hear him. What are you doing? Let's make the deal. Zeklex, I gave you everything you wanted. Irmagleth turns his armor towards you. Thrusts. And you, champion, our new champion, I always believed you would win. I am your biggest fan, spare me. Finish the sneeze, bug off. He's tried multiple times to kill you off in the arena. Now it's time for you to pay him back. Please, have mercy on me. I promise my generosity will know no bounds. I beg you to spare me. I won't arrange unfair fights ever again. I give the arena to Zeklex. As for you, champion, I'll give you everything you want. Shamira, save me. Irmaglev's wailing lament can be heard from the back of the stands. He gave such a moving performance, the audience burst into applause. Knock the weapon from Zeklex's hand. Zeklex stares at you in bewilderment, and Irmaglev takes advantage of his momentary distraction. A narrow dagger flashes in the champion's hand, and with the swift, spectacular strike, he strikes his between the tiefling ribs. Zeklex collapses to the ground. Zeklex spits out blood. With the last of his strength, he reaches out for the copper emblem on his back. Crow, the imp, is hissing furiously, desperately trying to come to Zeklex's side. But the tiefling's fingers curled around the emblem, and the metal crumples as if wet paper. The back disappears with a soft, popping sound. You are a filthy traitor, Kalpala. You belong here in the... Oh, didn't wonder. Oh well. The tiefling head hits the ground and is dull as his body goes limp. Did you like that? Emmanuel bellows out above the noise of the crowds. Did you like that, you miserable freaks? This devious traitor almost had me cornered, but he fell victim to his own cunning. Our long-standing champion, the unbeatable Garfang, is dead. His life was taken by his deadly and ambitious contender from Golarion. You ask now her name, Kalalpala, Gelderfang's liar. The screams of the crowd roll across you like thunder. The sounds fill your chest, deafens your ears, and blurs your vision. Thoughts of demons are screaming your name, or rather rotting in our wit of blood-cooling admiration that seems to bleed the life from the bodies. They adore you, they worship you, they envy you and hate you. It is this moment you are the entire world. The Battle Bliss are new champion. The demons sing your praises. You have their respect. Tell me, champion, do you enjoy the attention? Are you basking in your newfound glory? I had to respect the customs. Yes, I understand that circumstances forces you to take part in the bloody sports, but the honor and administration of the crowd came at a cost. Lives were lost. I hope the glory you obtain from killing others in the arena does not weaken the strength of your conviction. Champion, I'm glad to see you. Are you here to fight in the arena, or are you here looking for a safe place to hide from the crowds of fans? Haha.
Let me help.
There's a wounded fighter called the Dire One amongst your gladiators. I want to see him set free. Oh, now really? After all, the Dire One is the arena property. He's a child of the Battle Bliss. It's flesh and blood. Besides, he brings in so much money. He's not the strongest gladiator. He's not even the most entertaining. But somehow he always survives. That what makes him so special. It doesn't matter how injured he is or how many wounds he has. The Dire One never dies. Other fighters beat him to the pulp, yet he still managed to stay alive. Even without the healer's help, his ability to survive has turned him into something of a legend here in the arena, and people like to bet on the legends. I just have to make sure that the Dire One keeps winning matches. I'll keep the bets putting in until one day I'll arrange so he dies of a minor wound, and then I'll be rolling in gold. Well, my companion needs to meet him. He does? And who is he exactly? Some upstart nobody? No, we can't allow someone like him into the league, even if he does have connections. We only have the best, although the Camion gives us an instant grin. There is another option. If he wants to meet the Dire One, he can do it, in the arena. One-on-one. But I bet he's too spineless, doesn't have guts to fight. I agree, Trevor is my brother. He would never raise a hand against me. You actually believe that? Huh. Now I really want to see the fight. I'll enjoy watching the Dire One rip his naive brother's throat out of his teeth. How about a bet? I'll wager my life for my brother's freedom. If he recognizes me, he can leave with me. If he kills me, well, that you get your show. Oh, we have ourselves a gambler. Deal. I can wait for the sun to begin. So should I step into the arena? His eyes wandering, the stand full of clamorous spectators. The faces of demons and mortals alike blur, merging into a horrendous multi-layered monster which rose at the top of his many lungs in an endless shade of blood. They are chanting to Dire, and the Dire One answers the call. A dark-skinned warrior in an enclosed helmet approaches Social. His body is covered in scars, old and new, intertwining in web-like layers. Even the fingers of the veteran gladiators are marred and disfigured. Those same hands that once proud the delicate wooden designs, a source of joy for the whole village, now grip a weapon, and a weapon that is pointed at your young cleric. Trevor, brother, is that you? The helmet prevents the gladiator from hearing anything not ready drowned out by the crowd. The warrior breaks into sprint and lunges as Social with his sword raises to strike. Social raises his shield. The gladiator weapon hits the shield with a sonorous clang and sounds like a lament. He raises his blade again, but suddenly freezes. After several seconds of examining the shield, his eyes slowly track to the face of the man holding up. Social? Trevor lowers his weapon slowly. His disfigured fingers unclench, letting the sword fall to the arena floor. The gladiator collapses to his knee next to the blade. Brother, I'm so sorry. Trevor, what have I done to you? No matter. You're safe now, it's over. I came here to you. Let's go home. Brother, the gladiator takes Social hands in the callous palms, which now resemble the clothed paws of the beast, and squeezes them. Now, that's unexpected. Instead of pit fight, we are touching brotherly union. If they weren't going to fight each other, we'll all have to draw something else from our repertoire. Let's see if the Aeon and his little brother will stand up against this. Trevor eyes the ring of demons closing around them, and he emits a low, beast-like roar. He picks his blade back up and stands between Social and the enemy. Trevor, take this. Social holds his shield out to Trevor. He hesitates for a moment, not sure if he's allowed to touch the shiny metal, but there is no time left to think, so he resolutely takes it. His brother puts his hands together in a prayer behind the gladiator's back, and the goddess seems to have heard the plea even in the depths of the abyss. An iridescent glow begins to emanate from the shield. The crowd cheer and howls as the brothers stumble out of the arena. They are wounded and covered in blood, but demonic and their own, but joyful smiles light up their faces. They look like those innocent boys who once played in the peaceful groves of Andoran many years ago.
Freedom! At long last!
Yeah! Beware, monsters of the abyss! The Vainik brothers are together again! Let me introduce you, Trevor. This is the commander, my trusted leader, and my close friend. I never would have found you without her help.
Commander, then. Thank you for looking after my little brother while I was gone.
Who am I to forgive him or not? Only Shaylin and he may judge the weight of the burdens on his heart. I have never had the right to paint myself in the colors of righteousness. We both are just fragile feathers falling from the tails of songbirds, so to speak. That the winds of war carried me here and blew him from his path. That is just an accident of circumstance. What say you, Trevor? Do we head home? I have the feeling that you've had more than enough of this war already.
Home. No. I have no right to hide at home, knowing that my brother is still bleeding on the battlefield.
Then we will stand together, give each other strength, make the world a better place, and both return home. Thank you. This is all possible because of you.
I'm free. I can't believe I'm finally free. Thank you, Commander.
Yes, brother. We will win this war and then finally go home.
ready to move out?
Our path leads on. will guide us. Without a doubt.
Especially he's holding a brush and elaborating over the painting. He's clearly dissatisfied with the results so far. He tuts and tears the paper into pieces. He noticed a wounded knight with a gaunt face, wearing dirty crumpled armor, holding a broken sword in one hand and tears on the pointed shield with the other one. How's Trevor now? I don't know if he's ever going to be the same. It seems unlikely. Sometimes he screams in his sleep, sometimes he sits for a long time staring straight ahead at nothing. I pray to the goddess asking her to ease his suffering, but still it's him, my brother, alive, albeit wounded his body and souls. The freed slave tenses at your approach, his fist clenching instinctively, but then he recognizes you and relaxes slightly, giving you a nod. Commander, sorry, I still can't get used to being free. I expect enemies around every corner and I jump at every shadow. Why did they call you Diet One? The very sound of his name makes the former gladiator flinch as if from a blow. He shakes his head emphatically. No, enough. Forget the manless dog's name forever. My name is Trevor Vaniak. How are you? It takes some time for Trevor to find an answer. He breathes slowly and methodically. It's getting easier. I'm getting used to having people around me again. He takes a look around and adds hesitantly, I am not used to the quiet. How much do you remember about your life before the Abyss? Trevor looks through you and speaks in an unusually small voice. It's like a vague dream. Grapes, sun, the smell of sawdust in church. He lifts these figured hands and looks at them as they belong to someone else. I was a knight. Who am I now? What can you tell me about Social? Trevor shook his head. I've failed my little brother. I left him for the stupid war. I betrayed everything we believed in and sank the very bottom of the abyss. But he never lost his faith in me. I don't know how, but he managed to pull me out of there. Do you remember Marenta? She died fighting the demons. Marenta, Trevor cast his gaze down. My little devil. Let's not speak of her anymore. I'm waging the war against the demons. Will you help me with it? Of course. Nice and easy.
So, the point of their jokes is that I'm half lizard, half man. Like I have two natures. That's why all the jokes play on words involving the number 2. Two-faced, two's company, in two minds. Get it?
Ah, I think I understand. This is what mortals call a double entendre, yes?
Forward.